tell you now, I ain't no holy individual, but I am righteous. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna steal from you, I'm not gonna cheat you. I'm gonna tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. That's it.
Peace. What's good?
You already know. We already know Most Mighty in the building.
That's right.
Yo, Dark.
I was actually chopping some shit up too. That's why I was like, yo, what time you gonna be getting the job?
Yeah, I was doing the same thing, fucking around and shit. I saw the message like, oh, it's almost that time and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How you been?
I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm great, man. I see you dropping something new.
Yes. I got the fever, man.
Part two, right? Blazervania Part 2. Yeah, the first joint is crazy, man.
Good looking.
But you know, we know Ralphiie Reese the MC, at least I do. But we're gonna talk about Ralphiie Reese, the beat maker / producer, because a lot of people don't know that you are very ill on the boards.
I'm with the smoke, man. I'm with all the smoke.
Very ill on the boards.
I
you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna jump into some beat science now. Are you still rocking with Machine?
Yeah, man. Hey, Machine, everything. I'm trying to learn something new.
Right.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Now I heard a lot of horror stories about Machine. A lot of people complain about the workflow is crazy.
Man, it's all about, I don't know. It's all about you, the person, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not shy to hard work, so I go about doing things the long way sometimes. I want that. I want it like perfect. Nothing is perfect, but you know what I mean. Perfect for me.
Perfect for you. Word. So I take you. Are you still digging for records, or are you on digging as well?
Both. But at the end of the day, I gotta convert my records anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I gotta convert the records, or my producer friends, they send me joints they not feeling. Yo, I feel like you got an ear for this. You know what I mean? They send me materials like that. So everything is files when I'm chopping it up. Everything is files.
Right. Yo, one thing I like about your beats is like they're never overproduced.
Right.
You don't put too much shit in it. You know what I mean?
Nah, minimal. I can now. I can really get busy with instruments and stuff like that, and it's gonna sound hard. But for what I'm doing,
right.
I want the literature to shine. You know what I mean?
Right. Definitely. Cause I heard that Shine Mosley 3. Did you even mix that? That shit was just rugged as fuck. I love that shit.
Yeah, I made it dirty. It was super clean. I got a super clean version, but I had to make it dirty.
Yeah, that shit was dirty as fuck.
I wanted to sound like I was running through the sand, you know what I mean?
Right, that's what it sounded like. Cause I was playing it actually last week. You know, because one of my favorite joints was that first one. Was it Cheltenham?
Germantown and Shelton.
That joint, and you know, I love that Holy Water. Cause you had that Umar Johnson and he was talking his shit.
Yeah, right.
Yo, that shit was just fire.
Good luck.
Yeah, I love that shit. But you know, my favorite beat from you is Check the Lesson 2.
Check the Lesson 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, I play that all the time. That's one of my all-time favorites.
The vibe that when I wrote that, right? I was in my brother's basement.
Right.
It was dark. I had a candle lit. You know what I'm saying? It was just me by myself. I was just alone with my thoughts, you know what I mean? And you mean I just got with it. It just came to me, you know what I mean?
Right. So what is it? Are you being selfish? Because I don't really see your name production credits for a lot of other artists. Is you just saving the fire for yourself?
No, not even. It's like, all right, boom. So don't nobody really know me for making the beats just yet. I mean, they do, but they don't. So when people reach out to me, they want me to rhyme on their joints.
Right.
And send them a pack of beats or whatever the case may be. Now, my dart unit get the tracks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All day, but I haven't really got my name out there like that yet as far as a beat maker.
And one thing you be lacking too is videos. You don't never put out no videos. You got like one, which is who me, right? Who but me or whatever.
It was just something to play around with. Yeah, I did it myself. If I could do it myself, and I could.
Right.
Now, if I get like the if I get the crazy camera and all that, I'll be nice.
Yeah. You need more videos out, man. I think you do well. I guess you're doing well without all of that extraness, but I think to get to the next level, you know what I'm saying, it'd definitely be dope. So as far as drums, where are you getting your drums from? Are you sampling off record too, or are you just getting them?
I get it from everywhere. I get it from everywhere, and I come up with my own patterns too.
Right. So you don't loop up drum loops, huh? You bang out.
Yeah, both of them, all of it, and even with my drum loops, I chop those too. So like, I'm dealing with those manually.
Right. So you stacking the drums and all of that.
Yeah,
kicks on top of kicks.
I chop my drum loops, drum, snare, hat. I chop them up like that.
Right.
So here's something that sounds familiar and all that shit. I'm doing that myself manually.
Right. So what about the bars? When like when you set your bars, you start with 1 bar, 2 bar, 3, 4. What?
I'm on 16. You know what I'm saying?
So you do a whole. So you could set it to 16 bars.
I set it to 16
bars.
bars.
So you bang out a whole 16 bars with the drums. So you got to be accurate, like.
Yeah, exactly.
Make sure it makes sense. And,
yeah,
you know what I mean.
I'm recording everything live. I make sure the loop is right first.
Right.
I get the loop, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If I don't like the whole loop, I'll break it up, manipulate it a little bit.
Right.
Once I get it to where I want it, I'll slap some bass. Then I'll hit it with the instruments.
So you're not opposed to just looping a sample then?
No, I'm not. I can. That's what I'm doing right now. Actually, you just sampling the crazy EQ. I might do a bass line over it.
Right. Now, do you feel all your beats need a bass line?
It depends.
Right.
It depends. Sometimes sometimes I might want heavy percussion. I want the drums rocking and all that. But when I want that extra, you know what I mean? I slap some bass on it. You know what I'm saying?
So with the bass lines, are you playing that or are you sampling a note and putting it in 16 levels?
I play my bass lines.
Okay, so you have a keyboard.
Yeah, no, everything on the beat pad.
So on the beat pad. All right, so what I'm saying is like you're playing keys?
Yeah.
Okay, because you know how some people sample a bass note and they put it in 16 levels and they...
Oh, no, I do everything myself.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, on my own bass lines. I do my own bass lines.
Right. Now with the drums, are you quantizing the drums or are you rocking it just flat? There's no quantization?
Yeah, I quantize my drums. That's how it sounds like heavy. I like my drums heavy. Right.
So when you quantize, are you quantizing each drum sound, kick, snare, or is just the whole sequence as far as with the drum?
Yeah, the whole. All right, so boom. When I make my beats, I make my beats raw, right?
Right.
I make raw, whatever. I master the whole beat.
Right.
I master the whole beat. So everything that's going on in there, everything gets mastered. Now I might do a little something to the sample itself, or I might do a little extra to the drum. But if I don't have to, I won't.
Right.
Because I do everything at one shot.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I make sure everything sounds good, everything is leveled out, and I master everything at one shot. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't play with every sound individually. I don't have time for that. Because I make beats fast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I make beats in like 5-10 minutes. And then I'm on to the next, I'm on to the next, I'm on to the next. I barely bounce my joints out. The only joints that I will bounce out is if I'm making joints for the unit or it's going towards the album and I bounce it out.
So you say bounce it out, you mean tracking them out?
Yeah, no, like rendering them to actual beat files.
Okay, got you.
All that stuff.
Right. So what about chopping? How many chops do you usually chop your samples up in? I'm sure it varies. Or does it sometimes?
It varies.
Chops?
It varies. But mainly, like when I'm really making a beat,
right,
like 4 to 5. I want 5 chops.
Right. Nothing. You're not chopping shit up in 16, 20 pieces.
No.
Or whatever.
No. No. That's just the whole sequence when I'm breaking it down and all that. So with my chops, I could just add them in, like it'll go ooh, some shit like that.
Right. Yeah. I had your man Illa Sunray on last night. You supposed to come on after him or whatever, but you was out and about. Yeah, Illa Sunray was on the check-in. You know what I mean? I know he was from Kentucky too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he living out there in Texas. Yo, we had a great build last night, man. It was really, really peace, man. I like his energy or whatever.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yo, listen, man. Him with me, he does this thing for me. Like he gets exactly what I need.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Oh, it just calls for it. His sound is real, it's soulful, it's dusty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it could be hard depending on how he's feeling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But no matter what he gives me, he knows what I want. It's like whatever beat he make me, the project is missing that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So you started making, I remember the interview, you started making beats before you started rhyming, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what made you start rhyming over your own production? Was it because people wasn't feeling your beats? You didn't feel the MCs? What was it?
People wasn't feeling my beats. Like my friends, they was on a different type of wave at that time.
Right.
So everything was like super spaced out.
Right.
You know, it wasn't what I'm doing. I always been making beats how I'm making beats now.
Right.
And I always been on that type time.
Right.
But they wasn't feeling me.
Right.
Then so I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just making beats. I might as well rap too.
Right. Right.
You know
because you out there in Philly, you know what I'm saying, and your style is you stick out like a sore thumb out there, don't you?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I figured that, you know, because you got a lot of that other shit going on. And I'm like, I'm telling dudes like, yo, the best kept secret is Ralphie Reese in Philly. You need to check him out. You know what I'm saying? But I know you like, you know, out there because of what's going on and the different times is going on. You know what I mean? You kind of, you know, heads kind of like overlook you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
especially out here, it's hard work for people to know your name because everybody doing the same thing so much. You get lost in the puddle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then I see your boy Vinnie. Yo, he is crazy. What your son is singing now?
Yeah, he always been singing.
Yeah, man. Yo, I was shocked when because I saw him get on and perform. I thought he was gonna bust a rhyme. I started busting out notes and shit. I'm like, yo, and it was fire.
Yeah.
So did you do any production on the rhythm and Vinnie?
Yeah, I did, and I'm producing his next R&B album. I'm producing the whole joint.
Right. Okay.
Because
cool.
we was making what was it? I think it was the God Hour. Between the God Hour, the first play, the EP, and Sean Mosley 2. So we was between those three projects, right? So we chilling or whatever, and I'm like, yo, you know what'll be hot, yo? If you singing over this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll chop the samples. You'll sing over the samples. I'll chop the vocals with the sample, record them, whatever. Like really, like be creative with this shit. You know what I mean? And he was feeling it. So I'm like, all right, boom. So he was working on that R&B shit for like 3 years now.
Right.
Like trying to get it to where it was cool to come out. So now he know what to do now. So the next one gonna be on steroids.
Yeah, I believe it. I was shocked. I didn't even know he could sing, you know, because I know he's crazy with the bars or whatever. Because I used to call him like your quote unquote Conway. You know
right.
Because when he did basic mathematics, oh my goodness, that shit was fire. And that fucking beat, I'm not even gonna say the sample. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna do that. We're gonna talk about that shit too, because it's some motherfuckers doing some foul shit. You've been a victim of a fucking crime.
Listen,
you motherfuckers know who they are. Now, can we speak on that now? You want let's bring these niggas out, man, because that's some foul ass shit they did.
Listen, man, I'm an 8-time felon on who sampled. You know what I mean?
Right. No, 12. I thought it was 12.
It's 12. Yeah,
I think it's 12. Them niggas is violated.
I gotta rotate. Yeah, man, they bust my ass, yo. That's I mean, but it's cool that it's 12 instead of fucking 97. That means I'm clever.
But the thing is, it's still not cool.
It's foul. That's not how this shit started. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like for example, like I love Check the Lesson too. I wonder what that sample is, but I'm not gonna ask you what it is because it's none of my motherfucking business. If I know, I know. You know what I mean? It's always the unspoken rule. You don't do that. Like I would never ask you what sample that is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
it's like graffiti artists. You know what I mean? You know, back in the 80s, you know, you might know the dude who did it.
Right.
But you don't point him out, oh, he did it, because you get him arrested.
Emphatically.
You get him busted.
Emphatically. That right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was just foul, man. Who sampled, man? Y'all foul for that, man. For real, man. And that's why I came out with the shirt, you know, no sample snitching, you know what I mean? And we calling people out, they getting ostracized.
Right, I'm a cop.
You know what I mean? From here on out, man, that's just foul. And I saw you up on there. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, man. They don't play fair, yo. They don't play.
Have you caught any backlash from that?
No, ain't nobody reached out to me or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, here's a jewel, right? Samples clear themselves after a certain amount of time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's a half century or 30 years they clear themselves.
Damn, 30 years. So you gotta be ducking and maneuvering for 30 years.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? But if you're clever,
right.
Don't matter, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, because you take a small part and you'll exploit like 3 seconds, 5 seconds of a sample.
Yeah.
And run with it.
If I was playing worldwide with the music, you know what I mean, mainstream, you would have to log everything. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I keep a note of shit just in case. You know what I'm saying? So you have to log everything, how many times you looped it, how long the beat is, how long the sample itself is, and how many you took from that song, and what time the sample comes in at, all that shit. Kind of like sample. So you got to do it like that. You know what I'm saying? Just in case somebody busts your ass or something, you got already.
Right. So let me ask you this question. In your opinion, is there a difference between a beat maker and a producer, or is it all one and the same?
It is a difference. It is a difference. A beat maker, you just make the beat, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But producer, you know all the intricacies about sound, you know what I'm saying? You play with sound, you know how you want the lyrics to sound over your joint. A producer sees the record through, you know what I'm saying? Until it's put the fuck out. A producer. Now, a beat maker, he's just right here with it, send it to who they need to send it to. He probably don't know how to mix. He probably don't know how to master, whatever the fuck. Man. But if you got those skills as a beat maker, you're a producer. You follow me?
Right. So this is my take on it as well, right? A beat maker has the potential to become a producer, but a lot of times these producers are not beat makers. Like he's not a beat maker. He don't touch the machine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He just knows how to turn this up, do this, do that. But the beat maker, to me, has the skill, the raw skill to take the raw materials and make the beat. You know what I mean? Then he plays the producer role when, if you know, he know how to mix, or he can get sit with the artist. Because today, you know, it's a lot of the brothers out are really, especially overseas, they have to play the role of a beat maker because they're working side by side, and they're still making hot shit. You know, it's still making a lot of hot shit. So, like when you work with the Dart unit, because I know that's yourself, it's Vinnie, Supreme Cerebral, Swab the God. Am I missing somebody else?
Oh, the Great.
Oh, the Great. Okay, so Oh, the Great. Is he a new addition to the Dart unit?
Oh, the Great is the last edition. Yes,
that's what I figured. Right.
Last year and a half ago.
So
and Elo Kush.
Elo Kush, right? Elo Kush, right?
Remember.
So how out of all of them, who are you working with the most side by side in the studio with?
Vinnie.
Right.
Vinnie, I worked the most with him.
Right. So you play the producer role with him the most. Right. And I'm sure because y'all grew up together, y'all got that chemistry.
Now with the other brothers, I play producer role with them. I just asked them to trust me with certain things. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, yo, trust me, this shit won't be hot, right? You know what I'm saying? But the MCs are the MCs. They do pick their own beats. So it is still hard to shop beats, the MCs. I don't care who they is. I don't care if you're family or not. It's hard to shop beats.
Right. So when you send out beats to the brothers, would you send them like a 10-pack, a 5-pack, one beat at a time? How does it go?
I send the EP worth or album worth, depending on how I'm feeling.
Right. Now, do you get?
Depends on what we're working on.
Right.
So if I figure out where I'm gonna go with this sonically, all right, I'll say like I'll make 10 of those type beats.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'll send like 7 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send 7 of them. And then if they like a few of them, then I'm like, all right, boom, I got some more here that sound like that here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'll send another pack, a variety pack. Or we gonna go to sonically, or we gonna go with the integrity of this project,
right.
or we versatile. Mm-hmm. So depending on what type of joints they pick, I can go in and making these types of beats, no matter what they is. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So out of the Dark Unit, are you the only producer?
No, you got Illissa, right?
Okay.
Professor 950 and Crab Skull.
Shout out to Crab Skull.
Shout out to Crab.
Yeah. And then there was you said there was someone else. Wasn't there someone named Pro?
Yeah, Pro Down, Professor 950.
Right, yeah, because you've been down with him like since the beginning.
The architect.
Man. Yeah, definitely.
He's
so
my alchemist.
I say what?
He's my alchemist.
That's your alchemist right there. Yeah, no doubt. So do you find that it's easier to rhyme over your own beats, or do you prefer other people's tracks? Because you do a lot of your production.
Yeah, I do that because originally it was hard for the brothers to keep up with me. You know what I'm saying? My first flow, like 2017, 2018, it was kind of difficult. So like every 3 months I'm asking for a pack. So I was like, you know what? All right, after say Division 3 or something. So no, after Style Bojan, I started making more joints myself.
Right.
Yeah, going into like Math Magician and Mode 2 and stuff like that, the Tyrese Davis joint. I started making more myself to give them head space, you know what I mean?
Right.
But is that all, like me making all my beats is about to slow down because my brother's getting their stride back, you know what I mean? They're ready to come back and tackle this again. Right. So I don't have to touch beats, but I will if I have to.
Now, are you more critical because you're a beat maker and you have another beat maker or producer sending you beats? Are you more critical of their joints? Like, nah, son, this you got to do this, or you let them do their thing?
No, because of what this is. You know what I'm saying? The Dark Unit has a sound.
Right.
So they all aware that they created the sound.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? I'm little bro when it comes to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I come to them with my beats. Yo, how you feel about that? How you feel about this? Before it's even a lyric down on the beat, right. I'll send them an album, just the production, you know what I'm saying? Just so they can get in where they fit in, or if they don't like something, yo, this don't fit, blah, 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 stuff like that. I go to them. They don't come to me and ask me how I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They'll send me packs specifically for me. They make beats for me, right. And I'll pick what I may want, and we build like that.
So when it comes to, making the beats, are you starting with the sample first, or you rocking out with the drums, or it's a combination of both?
I with the sample first.
And why is that?
Because it sets the tone for what may come. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. I mean, I know people start with the drums first, but I'm not gonna start with the drum. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet.
Right.
How can I start with the drums? I don't even know what I'm about to sample yet. So I can't just do. I don't even know what the fuck is about to go behind that yet.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? I'll get the sample first, you know what I mean? And, I flip it how I need to be flipped, whatever. I'll manipulate it a little bit. Then I'll drop drums. You know what I'm saying? Because I know where I'm pitting them at, or if I'm pitting any at all. Mm-hmm. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see the music. You know what I mean?
Right. So when you're sampling, do you have a specific genre that you're looking at, or it's just all over with it?
It's all over. You know what I'm saying? It depends on giving me who the fire is. You know what I'm saying? But mainly 70s soul, you know what I'm saying? I'll prog rock it, or I'll go overseas, shit people never heard before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The middle, I get them from everywhere.
Right. So your BPMs, what do you like to stick with? What range?
BPMs is a tricky game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you why. Because depending on where you make the beat at, say like right now, right? I'm on the 83.1 BPM, right?
Right.
I'm on the 83.1 BPM. And it has a nice little pace where I can kick my nimble flow over.
Mm-hmm.
Now, say if I was on the 83.1 BPM somewhere else, it might be a little slower than this, or somewhere else, it might be faster.
Right.
And BPMs is tricky.
Because I noticed you don't really rhyme over real up tempo. I don't think your beats be like 95 or nothing like that.
I had beats that set a 95 joint, but those 95s, they're not fast 95s. They're probably slow 95s. And like what the analogy I just gave. You know what I'm saying? Now, me, I get my best verses when the beat is a little sped up. I get my best verses because I can say a lot more.
Right.
And I get with the verse, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I pattern my style off of like talking to you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's what it sounds like, when you are rhyming or whatever and things like that. And you're like, you're like the Philly version of Rock Marciano, and I mean that in a good way, because you're you make your own beats and rhymes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you're like a total package or whatever. So do you think that's important as an MC, that you know how to make beats?
No, it's not important. It's not important. It's more hard work. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised I got the catalog I do because I do. You know what I'm saying? Because all I call them lichens. All my favorite lichens, like MC producers, they don't have catalogs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Large Pro, Lord Finesse, RZA, you know what I'm saying? Kanye, his shit not heavy. Like, they don't have lengthy catalogs.
Right. So it's safe to say, with all this output, you do hip hop full time for a living.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you maintain off hip hop.
Yes,
so
sir.
How does a beat maker?
I didn't start seeing money until after our last conversation. So what was the Magician?
Damn, that was like 2018 when you dropped Math Magician. January 18th was January 18th on your born day. But
yes, sir.
What year was that? 2018? 19?
It was 2018.
16, right?
Yeah, 2018. I didn't start seeing January. I ain't start seeing my returns until after that. It started coming.
So
then it's like before then, by the time people started getting to know my name, I built it up to that. So after Math Magician, it was like, all right, boom. I'm kind of here to stay now. So things got different. People started picking up my projects to press them and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And, I got the plug on getting the CDs popping and stuff like that, getting vinyl deals or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about that. How does that work? So a lot of your stuff, you start off independently, right? Putting your album out, right? But when it comes to physical copies, that's when you get the deal?
Yes. With like vinyls and stuff.
Oh, vinyls, right. Vinyls. So you get the deal, they give you upfront money and then y'all split the price. How does that work?
All right, so boom. It depends on the label. It depends on the label. So typically, so say like they'll ask you if you want your album pressed, boom, 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 boom. They'll offer it, you say yay or nay. You know what I'm saying? Then they'll let you know how many they'll press. They'll kind of have it figured out depending on who you are, you know what I'm saying, as an individual, because these labels not going to go to just anybody because they want that bread, you know what I'm saying, and they want their money to come back that they put out. So say like it may cost $2,500 to press up one something, 100 or 150 or something like that, and they're selling them at whatever a pop. You know what I'm saying? You get your artist copies and the label copies, or you get all the copies, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you pump it up like that. Now where the money comes in at is how much you sell them for. You know what I'm saying? That's where the money comes in at. You know what I'm saying? You have some labels that can make 10 to 15,000 off of a drop. You know what I'm saying? Then they'll split the profit with the artist, 60-40 because they doing more. You know what I'm saying? Some is 70-30, depending on who it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, for that profit to come up, that split to come up for the artist, it's artist copies. You know what I'm saying? So say like the label press up 300, right? You get 50 artist copies to sell at your own discretion at whatever ticket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's where the percentages come up at. And then on top of that, if you know what I mean, you're like somebody like myself, that vinyl drop is not your only stream of income from that album. You know what I'm saying? So you might have cassettes, you might have CDs, you know what I'm saying? You might have merch or, you know what I'm saying? Whatever else. And features. You know what I'm saying? I get it from everywhere. Vinyl, CDs, tapes, you know what I'm saying? I'll be having t-shirts, you know what I mean? My verses, my beats. So I get it from everywhere.
Got you. So would you say you're a middle-class artist? You live middle class?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right. So you're not living crazy, but you're all right.
I'm good. Yeah.
You're good. You're good. So how does one get to that level where they could be good? You know?
I don't know, yo. I don't know because I just was making the music that was the truth. I was just speaking my truth. I was coming from the heart. You know what I'm saying? And you can't control who likes it and what don't.
Right.
You
And
can't
mind you do this with no videos.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy. You only got one video and you've been out for a minute.
Right, right.
So would you
I know what I'm talking, attribute that to. I know what I'm talking about and I know what the people want to hear. You know what I'm saying? I got a certain demographic of people that I'm talking to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they feel me. So it's like, you don't gotta see me, you feel me. You know what I'm saying? You dig my book.
Right. So you're one of the fortunate, I won't say lucky or whatever, use that word, but you're one of the ones that is able to sustain a decent.
No, you had it right. I'm lucky. You know what I'm saying? Because it could have went a different way.
Right.
It could have went a different way. It was like, yo, we don't see you. Use a mystery.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I could have flopped. But, you know, luckily it didn't work like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So do you find each year that you're making more money as you each release as you go on?
No, it can't. It stayed regular. It stayed regular. Say like after Bowie, stayed regular. Like, you know what I'm saying? I kind of know what I'm gonna make. You know what I'm saying? I kind of know what I'm gonna make. You know what I'm saying? So I have a certain amount of physicals I put out. I don't want to overdo it and be stuck. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. So every time you come out with a release, you're coming out with a different company? Is it different companies coming at you, or you staying with the same company?
For the vinyls, yes, it's been different companies. Like my last few vinyls, they was all different companies. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm trying to work it where me and this vinyl company, we're trying to work it where they only press Dark Unit albums. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Got it.
If the music is hot, you know what I'm saying, they'll press it. You know what I'm saying? Like exclusively. Like, you know what I'm saying? So no matter what I do, they're gonna press it up on vinyl. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make the best music I can make. They know that. They're gonna put it out.
Right. And they have no problem with you using samples because you have samples. They know you're sample based.
They don't got no problem with that.
And you're able to fly. They're able to fly under the radar because you've been doing it for a minute.
Yeah, I'm able to fly under the radar with it though, because I can actually make a beat. Now, when I'm being ignorant, you know what I'm saying, and I'm feeling the sample. I'm being ignorant. I don't chop it. There's no creativity to it.
Right.
Whatever. Sometimes shit is hot like that.
Right.
But for the most part, like I fly under the radar. You don't know what's what.
Right.
Half the time I forget what the shit is. That's why I write it down.
Right. So with Blades of Vinnie 2, all the top to bottom produced by you?
Yeah, majority, about 80%.
Hey, who got the other 20?
My Dark Unit brothers.
Okay, they got so they're doing beats on it too. Okay, so
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
Illa Sunray, Professor 950, all the other heads
Bad close.
that you named the
Yeah,
word.
that's all I need. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna I created a world for myself. Rather, we created a world for ourselves. So I don't gotta go to whoever to get a beat. I don't need to do that.
Right.
I don't need to do it. And I learned that. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say their name, but a known producer, I reached out and they was like, yo, you don't need me, Reese. I'm like, what you mean? Like, you more than capable on your own. You don't need me.
Right.
I was like, oh shit. Okay, cool. And I just wanted that beat just to have him on a credit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The record might have popped, it might have not popped. You know what I'm saying? But with underground hip hop, people go with shit look like. You know what I mean? So they be like, oh, fucking Ralphie Reese getting a beat by so and so. That track gonna go up. The record might be trash,
right?
But the shit gonna go up based off of the names that's involved. You know what I mean?
Right. So you have people that's down with you that don't rhyme. They make beats and they work with you on your projects and releases.
Yes.
How do they get paid? Do you pay them? I mean, how do they get money?
Now, because we don't I do most of the work, right? So all the producers, they're DJs too. So I make most of the beats, right? And they'll sit with the album or whatever, hook it up or whatever the case may be, blah 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 blah.
Right.
Now, how my producers get money is I do projects with them. You know what I'm saying? And we'll split that up like that.
Okay, so you'll do a full project where they're doing the production top to bottom, and y'all do the splits and the streaming.
I might not even want no money from it. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what's like. All right, so boom, like my cassettes, right? Now Crab does the cassettes.
Okay.
So press up, whatever the case may be. I may sell out, but I tell Crab he can keep that. You know what I'm saying? I tell Pro the same thing. When you want to press something up, yo, you can keep that.
And when you say press something up, this may be an album that you produced.
Yeah.
With them not even being on it. Okay.
You can keep that. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what it is. Now, my vinyls, that comes to me. That's my bread. I'll be making the joint, whatever the case may be. But if they got stuff on it, you know what I'm saying? I'll hook them up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We don't like that.
Right. Because it's strictly for my diggers. So I'm gonna get all up in your business. Because you got a lot of up and coming beat makers that's gonna be watching this. And I'm asking the questions that they want to know. I'm not a regular journalist. This is beat maker to beat maker discussion.
Right.
You know
I'm with you.
So you already know. I'm nosy. I ask questions. And I think that's why this shit gonna blow up, because I'm asking the questions. I'm getting everybody's business.
Nosy.
I'm nosy. How you do this? How you do that? Because this is what the people want to see. They want to know.
Word.
So we celebrating you, but we dealing with equality. You giving us tips.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. And today's the God Day, so I'm listening. I want to hear the God speak. You know what I mean? Things like that, yo. But I ain't gonna hold you, because I know you was making a beat, but I had to get you on here. You know what I mean? Because
no, we can keep going, man. I'm chilling. I ain't doing shit today.
Right. Because I was just wondering how, a lot of times, and I know you have the MC half of you, but a lot of times, it was one producer I had on here. He said, now this is a guy in underground who's an MC in underground, approached him for some beats. He's pretty well known in underground. I'm not gonna say his name.
Okay.
He approached him for some beats, got some beats from him. And I'm like, well, damn, did he pay you? Because I said, I'm sure he made some money off that project. Oh, he said, oh yeah, he made lots of money off that project. He gave me like 20 copies of the vinyl. And he said, that's worth money. Now, is that true?
Yeah.
So
yeah, it is. I mean, all right. It's just tricky, man. It's all tricky. Now, some people, they want their bread up front. They want their bread up front or whatever the case may be. Now, with the artist itself, because I've been doing this now, when the artists get their music pressed or whatever, You know what I'm saying? That's called intellectual property. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can't nobody eat off your intellectual property. You're coming with the music. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody eat off that. Now, the people involved in the project, either you paid them to do these services or you didn't. You know what I'm saying? You might owe somebody, you might not owe somebody. So if you paid such and such for a beat, or you paid such and such to mix and master your track,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Or you paid for your artwork and this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? You take care of them as you should, you know what I'm saying? And giving records, or the case may be, for the producer to sell itself, that's a form of profit, you know what I'm saying? Because these physicals is hot commodities, you know what I'm saying? So it depends on what that artist was selling them joints for that producer to see a profit, you know what I'm saying?
Right. That's, I was just trying to wonder, like, how do these producers get paid? Because if I'm not an MC, how can I get paid being on a Ralphie Reese joint?
Splits. You gotta have your information right when the motherfucking streaming is popping. But that's tricky too, because some people do stuff like for free, like, you know what I'm saying? MC respect MC. Yo, you got it. I ain't worried about that shit. I do the same shit. Yo, you got it. I ain't worried about that. Yo, how you feel about doing the joint? Blah, 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 blah.
All right, so speaking of which, because I'm gonna put you on blast right now. I'm gonna put you on blast. What happened with us? With me and Mr. Ripley. You supposed to be on our project. I sent you the beat on 09. What happened?
Listen.
Because word is bond and bond is life. Let's take it to the nows to be on the 14. Come on, man.
You're right. But shit got crazy with me, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? And my reality shit got crazy. Shit got, like, around that time, when you asked me to hop on the joint, I got caught up in a nasty vinyl situation.
Right.
So I was fucked up for a minute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was trying to figure out how I was going to survive and shit. Because I took a nasty hit.
Yeah, I remember that. Because I hit you up. I text you, so you'll bounce back from it, and you did.
Yeah.
And you did.
Yeah. I took a nasty gas
so that's what happened. So now that we got you on Strictly for My Diggers, can we get that verse that you was going to give us? Because we got RN2 coming out, Rogue Nation 2 coming out.
Yeah, just send it over. Just send it over.
You on camera right now. You being recorded. You being recorded right now.
Just send it over.
All right, so Ralphie Reese will be on Rogue Nation 2 coming out.
Listen, I'm gonna give you a jewel, right? I'm gonna give you a jewel. The best time to hit me with verses is when I'm making an album. That's the best time, yo. Right. Like I tell people all the time, yo, you got off. You stole that verse from me.
Right. Because Mr. Ripley keeps saying, yo, I got something in mind for me and Ralphie Reese. I'm like, yo, he fronted last time. I said, he fronted last time. He didn't keep his word bond. The God know better than that. You know what I mean? So now I got you on here, I'm putting you on blast.
It wasn't even that, man. I normally keep my engagements, man, because I remember how it was. Only how some will fall through the cracks like that if it's something personal going on with me. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't let nothing get in the way of this hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Cool. And like I said, we'll return the favor, whatever you need. You know what I mean?
Word.
We'll definitely return the favor or whatever. You know what
I'm gonna stalk your page.
Oh yeah. Definitely. You know, me and Mr. Ripley, you know, been rocking for a minute or whatever. We got, your man, your best friend is gonna be on there. You know what I mean?
All right, say less.
Right. From what I understand, this was according to Mr. Ripley, you know what I mean? But like I said, you know what I mean, I don't know if it's happened yet, so I don't want to really put it out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. Yeah. The one thing I'm loving about the Dart unit, yo, is where we are as a team right now, like individual stacks. You know what I mean? Right. Everybody doing their own thing. I remember
because y'all can get alley-oops.
Exactly. I remember when nobody knew who the fuck we was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy. So I don't be knowing all the engagements my brothers be having now. That's crazy.
Yo, because that older great and Free Mind sound kind of crazy.
Yeah, he's goofy with it.
That shit sound kind of crazy, yo.
He's goofy. Free Mind, I like Free Mind. You know what I'm saying? He dusted it up for
Yeah.
Because a typical Free Mind beat, right, is heavy soul, you know what I'm saying? He's inspired by the Soul Council. Let's put it that way.
You can hear it. He's dope. I was thinking about that this morning. Like, yeah, he got a lot of that influence. Yeah, he's a real soulful dude. Yeah, I have him.
Now, fuck, listen, man. I ain't gonna hold you. To me, right? To me, Knife Wonder is one of the greatest, man.
Oh, absolutely.
He's one of the greatest.
Absolutely.
The only thing he lacks is the type of oops that the other producers had before him. Now, the other producers before him, they was making beats, and all those MCs was going platinum, double platinum, diamond, whatever the case may be. By the time Knife Wonder got into the game, music changed and record sales dramatically changed.
Right.
So it couldn't benefit like a Large Pro or a RZA or a Havoc or a Primo. He couldn't benefit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now, do you think that era will come back where producers, beat makers are getting 50,000 a beat? You think that era will come back?
No.
Because I mean, nowadays it's gotten so bad that, you know, what's the average beat going for? You know, in our range, in our underground range, what's the average people are charging for beats nowadays?
It depends.
Are they even getting a G?
It depends. Yeah, I don't even think that. I don't think. Depends on the individual. Depends on who's asking.
Right.
It who the producer is and who's asking.
Right.
And now you have people like me, whereas though I work with up and coming artists. I work with up and coming artists. You know what I'm saying? If somebody feel what I do or whatever, they check the credits and they be like, oh, Ralphie Reese made this beat. Oh, they reach out. Yo, you did this, that, and third, try to confirm it. I'm like, yeah, how much you'll charge me for such and such? If you're not on my radar, I'll ask you, yo, do you got a budget? Blah, 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 blah. What can you afford? You know what I'm saying? And I'll show that individual some love. I got plenty of funk in the trunk. I'm not worried about no beats. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't be losing.
What's the lowest you'll go?
What's the lowest I'll go? See, what I do is I go wholesale with shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause of how I make beats. So I'll be like, yo, give me this, that, and the third. I'll make you a whole project. Mm-hmm. I'll give you a project worth of beats. Whatever you pick from that is whatever you pick from that. But you paid me wholesale.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I operate. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Yeah, because nowadays I notice, you know, some of the producers that are hot in our genre, the underground game, I'll see them on Instagram talking about, you know, beats, you know, $250, you know, $350, whatever. If you want stems, it's a little bit more, whatever. Versus if this was back in the early 90s, this same producer would probably be getting 50 grand, 20 grand. You see how it's just crazy now. Like, so
not coming back because everybody could do this shit.
Right. Back then it wasn't as many people doing it. Right.
People doing it. You know what I'm saying? It was like a secret science. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? People going out, grabbing a record, doing this, that, and the third. You got an SP, you got an NPC, whatever the case may be. You got this, you making this beat, blah, 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 blah. And people was getting those types of checks for these beats because they was getting housed on Def Jam or Elektra or whatever the case may be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Big wigs that got that cake. Right. You know what I'm saying? Part of the budget. So, you know what I'm saying? Did they getting budget money, but they getting paid up front, whatever, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, blah, 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 blah. But that's coming from that artist's budget.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The artist is not paying that specifically. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, so times definitely change, and it's a lot harder for you know, beat makers to make a living, you know, because a lot of the people I've interviewed and had on the check-in, man, they're still working jobs.
Right.
You know, still working jobs, you know, hoping one day they can do it full-time or whatever, especially overseas.
Right.
A lot of them, you know, just working jobs, and they'll tell me, and I'm like, wow.
That's why I do everything myself, yo, because it's so crazy out here, man. Like, it's so crazy. Like you gotta try to survive the best way you can. You know what I'm saying? Right. Well, even though, you know what I'm saying, I'm part of a crew or whatever, it's less hands in Ralphie Reese.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like individually, it's less hands.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I do everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
From the artwork to the beat to, you know what I'm saying, mixing it, whatever the case may be. Musically is less hands touching my shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't got all these crazy splits to worry about. I barely do features. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy out here, yo.
Right. Now, do you reach out to people with your production or not really? They have to come to you.
Yeah, they come to me. I don't, you know what I mean, reach out and be like, yo, I got these beats for you, got your name on them. I don't do that shit.
So outside of your unit, you're basically self-contained.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
And it works to you.
If people feel me and they want a beat, then, you know what I'm saying, come holler at me. But I'm not going to go shop beats to you. I'm not going to chase you down and all that. Hell no.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got my own shit going on. You know what I'm saying? It's tailor-made for me and my crew.
Right.
Now, if somebody want that sound, all right, yeah, it's going to cost you. But I ain't gonna chase you down about this shit. No, I ain't no hoe.
Right. True indeed. You like to keep the integrity. Now, has anybody came at you for a beat that you just wasn't feeling, and you sold them the beat anyway? Would you sell somebody a beat that you just not feeling?
That's a tricky question. It depends on
yeah.
It depends on the bag. It depends on the bag. I probably won't promote this shit, but I'll get the bag.
Okay, right. Because I'm sure, like for example, and we're not gonna name names. Like there's some people that's hot and underground, and I'm sure you might think they all right, but I ain't really into him like that. Now, if he came to you for some beats, would you sell him those beats? Would you be like, just like kind of push him away because you actually really don't want to hear him over your production?
Yeah, I'll probably spin him or something.
And I'm not even talking about like a trap dude. I'm talking about dudes within all.
Yeah, I heard you.
You feel what I'm saying?
Probably spin him. I ain't gonna hold you. If I don't really fuck with you all like that, I'll probably spin you.
Right. Now, mind you, we're not saying this dude is whack, but he's just not your taste. He may be making moves in underground. People like him, but for some reason, he's all right. But lyrically, I'm just not really into his music.
I don't care about that type of shit. I don't give a fuck who you know. Right. You know what I'm saying? About to know who listens to your music,
right?
Who bought digital. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, Lord. I am gonna keep it all the way gangster with you.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Now, because I'm biased based off of what I do to my beats, right, and what I hear my brothers do to my beats. So my ears are spoiled. You know what I mean? Right. My ears are spoiled. So typically when I'm hearing individuals over my beats, they're bodying the shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And when I reach out to people to get a verse on the track or you know what I mean, work with me on my album or whatever, I respect these MCs.
Right.
You know, so I know what they about to bring to the table. I don't gotta worry about that type of shit. Now, for somebody that I genuinely don't fuck with as an MC, I'm gonna spin you, yo. Right. Real shit.
Now, have you paid for verses for people to get on your beats?
No, I haven't paid for verses, no.
Gotcha. Because I know you had some heads on there, and I'm like, I wonder, did he have to pay him, or was it reciprocal, or did you say, yo, boom, I'll look out for you, you look out for me type of thing?
Oh, yeah. With me, it's a respect thing, you know what I mean? Right. It's a respect thing, you know what I'm saying? You know, MC, respect MC, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming up, they already the shit, whatever the case may be, and I, you know what I mean, get them to hop on the joint, you know what I'm saying? It ain't hurting them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's helping me, whatever the case may be. And you build a relationship like that, whatever, I'm gonna pass it on to somebody else.
Right. So we're gonna hear more Ralphie Reese production in the future on other people's projects, or it's just, you know, here and there whenever it comes outside of the dark unit per se.
Yeah, hopefully, but I ain't pressed.
Yeah, you're not stressing it. So who are you producing in the dark unit? Any top to bottom albums? Anybody you producing top to bottom in the dark unit?
As of right now, the dark unit album, I'm touching that top to bottom. As far as right now, you know what I'm saying, my brothers get their beats in on time before before everything is finished.
Right.
before everything is finished, I produce that whole joint top to bottom.
Right.
I get better every release.
Yeah.
Vinnie joints, you know what I'm saying? I produced a couple of his joints top to bottom, but that was before I was like any good with the shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was just working the stuff out. Now, to hear what I'm coming from now, the best depiction of my growth. I mean, all right, fuck all that shit, what I'm saying. All right, so with Vinnie, right, I have to channel something sonically. You know what I'm saying? He needs something specifically. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear Vinnie on a beat that I will rap on for myself.
Okay.
I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna make sense to me. I'm not gonna like his voice over it. He might be too loud or might come too soft, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't want to hear that shit. The best beats for Vinnie is a certain type of beat. You know what I'm saying? Now to show that work ethic for that is the first play where I bodied it. You know what I'm saying? I gave him the best of both worlds. It was semi-hard, but it was still smooth for him to get message over the joints.
Right. So let me ask you a question. This is going to be an ill question.
All hot beats is not for you as an MC.
Absolutely.
I mean, don't necessarily go for the hot beat. Right. Go for shit that works your voice. Learn your voice. Learn your vocal inflections. You know what I'm saying? Bounce in and out of pockets. I pass up hot shit all the time. Like the type of beats people send me, they are so fire. But the way I bounce my voice on these tracks, it might be trash.
Right.
You know what I mean? And on top of that, I don't want no production carrying.
Right. So will we hear a Ralphie Reese top to bottom produced album? Well, excuse me, let me reword that. Vicky Fontaine, is she an artist too? I know that's Vinnie's whiz, right? That's his earth, right?
Yes.
Is she doing anything musically? Because I love that because she sets the whole album off. Good evening, bitch niggas. She's not on Blazevania because she wasn't on the last project. I didn't hear her the intro. You know how she sets it off.
She's on everything. After Math Magician, she's on everything.
But she didn't do the intro part. I don't never.
Oh no. She didn't do the intro. This is how it started. So I'll say Darth Vader's was set it off, right? So we was going with album themes, you know what I'm saying? Backdrops for musics, ins and outs, kind of like what Pete Rock used to do for with shit. Like, you know what I mean? Skits between tracks, RZA, all them, whatever. Right. So us as the Dart unit, we want to put our own little spin on shit.
Right.
So for Math Magician, I'm like, yo, besides the music, how can we go in and out these tracks real smooth, like a playthrough? Because of how I make albums. I don't make albums for you to like one song or two songs. I make albums for you to listen to the whole joint through. And then after that, that's the only way you're going to get the best experience. Right. Listening from A to Z. Right. You know, and not going to what you think is hot and shit like that. Because I'm telling a story. First of all, you know what I'm saying? You're going to fuck up your learning experience if you like a certain track. You might like how I came off on this or whatever. All right, I get that. But the album, how I make them is something totally different. Right. So to play it all the way through, I need a backdrop, something thematic, cinematic, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I like a radio show will be the shit. Like, yo, if we had a radio show, that shit'd be hot. What would we call it? Right. I'm like, give me some time and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working on Math Magician, man. She's not on the album yet at all. So I'm like, yo, I got it. I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna send it to you. Come do this. She was nervous as shit at first. I'm like, don't worry about it. This shit gonna be crazy. And what do you know, man?
Oh yeah, because she's almost like the quote unquote like the Keisha Plum. You know what I mean? That's always on what's the name? West Side Gun Joint. I always expect to hear Vicky Fontaine. Good evening, bitch niggas. It's like, okay, the album's gonna be fire. You know, like when that comes on.
In the Warriors.
Right.
When they were on the run and shit.
Right. I know. So one thing I will say, each beat on Butterfly Needles, each release gets iller and iller. Is that something you strive to do when you release the Butterfly Needles? Each beat is better and better and better.
Yes.
I've noticed that each beat on Butterfly Needles is very ill, and it's always better than the last one.
I gotta come hard on that because that's my baby. Like one thing about Butterfly Needles, I don't give a fuck what's on the album. You know what I mean? Like that song, that track,
yes,
it's gonna be fire. No matter what's going on the album, I can be singing love ballads, but it may be Butterfly Needles 17 on that, and I'm going off.
Butterfly Needles be the hard. Each time I've heard a different Butterfly Needles, it be harder than the last.
It's a point in time in my life. You know what I'm saying? Even from the first one, the very first one, you know what I'm saying? I was building on how I started getting into rapping and all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Used to skip school to go write and shit like that. That's on the first Butterfly Needles. And I just tell my story on Butterfly Needles. You know what I'm saying? Away from all the vampire shit or the demigod shit and archangel stuff I be talking about. Like, taking myself out of that to give you Tyrese. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yo, I'm going off. This is what's going on with me for these past couple months, or you know what I'm saying, past few days. I'm a give it with the most energy on the needle.
Yeah, because each beat that you come with is just fire. One after the other. That's why I always check for them Butterfly Needles when you put out a project. I said, oh, I know it's gonna be.
When you see Butterfly Needles, it's an album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, that track series is special to me. Like, it's an album with a Butterfly Needles on it. If there's no Butterfly Needles on that track, it's not an album. I only got 4 albums. Now, everything else I have is I was just feeling the fever. And you know what I'm saying? I still got the fever from that album. I'm still full of energy from the album. So I'll release something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
that's how Mosley came into play. Takeda, Style Boja, Bo. Between albums, you know what I'm saying? And I only did Bowie to write Blaze of Aim.
So before we get up out of here, because I got to make some moves, what tips would you give up and coming beat makers and producers who's trying to get in the game, who are not MCs, you know what I mean, that want to maneuver through this underground game? What tips would you give them?
Producers. What tip would I give them?
Right.
All right. Zero in on the MC that you feel as though is talented. You know what I'm saying? That you feel as though is talented. You work, y'all build from nothing. You work with them, you learn them. You know what I mean? And you gotta work with somebody that you see potential in. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the people are not going to hear you. You might have made that beat. They're hearing you, but they're not going to hear you. You know what I'm saying? You're only as good as the MC.
So
you know, if all you do is make beats, you're only as good as that MC.
So would you say it's best for the producer who wants to really get in the game to come in with an MC that they're working with?
Come in with an MC, you know what I'm saying? And if people feeling that MC, they're automatically going to mention you. Because they feeling that MC and they're talented over that production. So you're automatically going to be in a conversation.
So you're saying sort of like a Griselda did with, like what D.I.G.G.A.Z did with Griselda.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because I mean, I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Even though shit pop for those guys. Imagine if he just like D.I.G.G.A.Z came out by himself and just dropped a bunch of instrumental tapes. Well, ain't nobody gonna mention him in the conversation as producers. He don't got nobody rapping on that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we don't got no hip hop Quincy Jones and all that shit.
Right.
Ain't nobody going on tour making beats.
Right.
I haven't seen it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So until that happens, you gotta come in with some capable individuals or a capable individual.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Word up. But yo, once again, it's always a pleasure, my brother. You know what I mean? Taking the time out, chop it up with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was caught up in the funk yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, I know I got the John, but I was caught up, yo.
Yeah. It's all good though. At least you reached out and let me know what was going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
You kept your word bond and you here today. You know what I'm saying? That's all that's important for me. Keep your word bond. You know what I mean? Things like that. And so we can expect a Ralphiie Reese feature on Road Nation 2.
Yes, sir. You can.
Go.
Matter of fact, send me the joint when we get off the line. Send me the joint.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna reach out to Mr. Rip because I know he had a joint in mind or whatever. Boom, we're gonna send. I'm gonna have him send it through. Same email, right?
Yeah, same email.
All right. Yo, once again, peace.
Peace.
I'm gonna tell you now, I ain't no holy individual, but I am righteous. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna steal from you, I'm not gonna cheat. I'm gonna tell you the truth, whether you like it or not.